Far more can go.
Alright everyone, JB here, and we're back with another Dragon Ball Z video on the channel today. Now today, we're going to be doing a quick discussion, mainly just talking about post-festival, or not festival, but post-anniversary buffs. There's pretty much like some characters and a couple tags as well that we could possibly see getting buffed after the anniversary, and even maybe around the festival time coming in a couple months later this year. So as always, if you're new around here, consider leaving a like on the video and join the channel because it's very much appreciated. Also, I do realize that the thumbnail and the title is, it's not on the same page. It was an error that I told my artist. That's why the thumbnail says festival, but I meant to have it put as anniversary. But just clear up for people that's saying, the thumbnail doesn't really match the title at the same time. Now, the first tag that I have pulled up here is Future. Now, at the time of making this video, Legends is also posted, which we're gonna probably make a video about that as well. They posted something about a platinum equipment for LF character. Now, in the way that it's looking so far, it's probably Trunks and Vegeta. So we might be seeing part 3 on Future, but if it isn't, this video is just me still putting this out here. Now, there's a couple options that they can go for when it comes to Future right now. Now, right now we're in the argument of G4 or Fusion Zamasu being the likely 2 for our our part 3 Ultra. Now, here's the thing, there is still a couple options when it comes to Future. Now, we're gonna hop on Dokkan because Dokkan is a good representation. They kind of have some of the characters that we don't have yet. Now, obviously, LR in their terms would be an Ultra character for us. I would love to see some version of, Fusion Zamasu, give him some love. He recently just got his Zenkai for the merge Corrupt Zamasu. And then when you look at other options, what's another route they can take? They can also give us a tag Trunks and Gohan. Now, we do have an EX version of this character, so I don't know if Legends would go down the route and just give us LF of this character, or maybe give us, some type of game originals where it's Future Gohan and then it's also Teen Trunks instead of Youth. And then there's also, there's still a few more options when it comes to Future. I believe, if we look really quick, now this guy, if they do decide to give us another Future campaign buff, it's been almost a year since we last got our the last buffs for Future. They ended off with this cell right here, pretty much, and anything after that, nothing pretty much. You just Cell, you have Vegeta Blue, but this Gohan most likely will get a Zenkai. And when you look at it at the same time, I do also think that they might, if they don't give him a Zenkai, which I feel like he will soon, he is pretty old, they might even revamp him. Something that they did like with Namek Goku for the Super Saiyan version. Pretty much give him better, animations, better, kit wise to keep up with meta. Now, when you look at any other options when it comes to Future as well, I've mentioned it before, a tag Goku Black and Zamasu. Now, we don't have this in the game yet, which is why I'm saying that, like I mentioned, this could come as a campaign buff before the festival, or they could be saving these units when it comes around the festival. I do think that Goku Black and Zamasu are definitely festival worthy. Same thing when it goes for like, an ultra version, whether it be Corrupt Zamasu right here or the regular Fusion Zamasu over here. One of the two, those are definitely Ultra characters. They're hype, so they're either going to come now for the part 3 of the anniversary, or we're going to see them around the festival time. But besides that, those are a couple of the options when it comes to Future wise. But I do think Future is at the top of the list when it comes to like just post anniversary buffs for a campaign, because they haven't had anything really, except for like the Zenkai and then the plaid equip for also Vegeta Blue. So, you know, they really haven't had anything. And you know, recently we just got another buff with another plaid equip, like I mentioned, for them. So, you know, it's a good opportunity. Even if they do give us the Ultra, it's not gonna really help them all around. You know, they have a few decent options, but at the same time they still could use the help at the same time. So besides that, we can look at GT. Now GT is starting to look like the golden child, which was pretty much Future before, you know. So it looks like this year GT is going to shape up to look like Future more, with all different buffs that they're getting. I think the last buff they gave was, technically speaking, it would be Omega Shenron with his plaid equip, which is really turned it all around for this character. It feels like a Zenkai, but it's in the shape of, you know, of an equipment. So same thing with Super Baby. These two were the most recent buffs. Now GT has been, you know, great. You know, when they did the campaign earlier this year, they what did we get? It was Super 17, we got Bomb 2, and then it was G4's Zenkai. So yeah, they had that, and then we had the Powerful Opponent campaign, and then we got Super Baby 2. So it's shaping up to look like Future 2.0 this year for them. And then when you look at, you know, let's just say, like I mentioned in my previous video, Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku, however you want to say it. I don't know why they have it pronounced that way, but this guy is definitely a candidate when it comes to being an Ultra character. But at the same time, the most important thing for me really is he doesn't have an LF version. Now we do have, you know, an LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This is the Dragon Fist version, and then we also have the Duo right here when they went against Omega, you know, before they transform into Gogeta. But we have no LF version, you know, we have no Ultra version. Now it goes without saying, yeah, there are some characters without an LF version that are already Ultra rarity, but majority of them, you know, they're LF, they have a LF version before they go to Ultra. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. You know, this guy is hype worthy enough for either one of those. I think they're gonna save him for the festival, or maybe even before the festival. Maybe some sort of, like, you know, super bait when it comes to like just characters that have been wanted in the game. And then when you look at you know, besides Goku, they do something with Omega. You know, they did just recently give him a plaid equip for his Ultra, but other than that, you know, he's gonna die down a little bit after we start getting, you know, different buffs and all that stuff. But we can use an LF version of him. We've got a couple, I think, Sparking variants. We have this one right here. We have one for Sen Shenron. You know, that is still a doable, I would say, option. So when you look at GT, they've kind of nailed it with majority of the LF characters that they could possibly put out there, especially the ones that are hype. You know, there's still some, I wouldn't really say Rildo. You know, Rildo wasn't really, I don't feel like he was that much of a villain enough to be considered. They'd probably give him, you know, another 1% Sparking probably. Same thing with these two right here. They got released with G4 like 3 years ago. So Nova Shenron and Ice Shenron, we'll see, right? But other than that, when it comes to LFs, the only two options I would say for them to go down is with Omega Shenron, and then you have Goku right here. I could say Maju, but at the same time, you know, it's like, I don't know, right? So besides, you know, we're just yapping and yapping, I think Universe Rep is also a good chance they might get another campaign buff or something down the line going towards maybe the festival. The reason why I'm saying this is because the last buff that they got was last year's festival, Legends Fest, which was about 6 months ago. So we look at all their characters, the only recent ones, like I mentioned, is UI Sign, and then we also had Evokin, who didn't really last. You know, UI is still in the meta, a lot of people still use them. Evokin unfortunately hasn't really made much of a difference. Hit isn't really a bad unit, you know, he's just in the bad meta. You know, all these blue units, all these other units that have all these overpowered abilities, 17, you know, all these different characters. You know, they aged, some of them aged well, some of them didn't. But when we look at options, this is a must, like most wanted character. When it came to like people just speculating before the anniversary, this was one of the characters talked about as well. But I do think they would save them for festival, because this is a hype character. A Tad duo hit and Super Saiyan God. Not only would it be another buff to, let's say, like God Key, I believe hit in our terms, you know, Legends would be powerful opponent as well. So that'd be powerful opponent, that'd be God Key, that'd be Saiyans, all that good stuff. What else would it be? Universe Rep. So, you know, multiple tags right there going in. And then when you look at there's some other characters besides them, right? We've also talked about, let's go back really quick. We've also talked about in my last video, like the predictions. MUI Doku, an ultra version of him, will eventually come. Do have the UI sign. Now Dokkan did just recently get this guy on the JP version, so it would be interesting to see. This guy is definitely festival anniversary, like hyped wise. So like I said, I think they're gonna save him for festival. I don't think that they're just gonna release this as another monthly LF. I mean, not LF, but Ultra. And if they do, they're gonna make it as like right before the festival. It's gonna be bait. Like everyone's gonna want to. They've done it before. It's just classic Legends 101. And then besides him, there is another option, an LF, like for like monthly wise, right? I would definitely say probably a Kefla or Super Saiyan 2 to be exact. Give us an LF Kefla. I do think that she definitely deserves an LF version. You know, I think she's hyped enough for that, but I don't think she's hyped enough, you know, for the like celebration, the big celebrations. So if they do like a campaign buff like they've been doing for, you know, this past year, I think she would definitely be worthy at least of being an LF monthly. So it'd be interesting to see, you know. So besides her, if you look at Legends characters, we don't have her as an LF yet. We do have a couple of sparking versions of her right here. We have that one right here, the green one, the red one, and I think that's it. We did get a free to play one as well, I believe. And it's this one right here. Yep, the purple one right here. So this is a recent character for her at least. And we don't really have, you know, any LF version of her represented. Topo is another person that I would possibly love to see, you know, as an LF character. Now I don't think he's hyped enough to be an anniversary or festival, but like it's like I mentioned for Kefla, he can definitely be a monthly LF. Now I do think Dokkan has a version of him. Now in terms for them, because I can't really say for sure, I don't know if they have him or not, but I think it's this guy right here. This is their most recent one, and their Dokkan Fest characters are pretty much like our LF characters. So that's kind of how the rarity is. And you know, give us, you know, Dokkan's been going crazy, so Legends, we need something for them. You know, give them a little bit of love. That'll be some buffs to Universe Rep. God Key wise, I don't know if they'll label him as powerful opponent. I don't even think they even have this one. Let me see. Yeah, he has rival universe, he has God Key, Universe Rep. Yeah, so not powerful opponent, but you know, it would be something nice, you know, instead of something always being Saiyans, you know, Goku. Like I mentioned before in the other video, like it just seems like Goku or hybrids, you know, with Gohan. And it's like, where's the Vegeta love, right? So hopefully, you know, I guess some of these, I'm pretty positive that one of these are going to be either a campaign buff or they're going to come for the festival. So I would have mentioned something else, you know, some other tags, but I didn't want to make this video any longer than it needed to be. But do let me know in the comment section below. You know, let me know what you guys think. What are some besides the ones that I have, what are some ones that, you know, some different buffs you want to see to certain tags? You know, and what is your favorite tag in general? What's your favorite team to run? Let me know. You know, I love to see the comments. But as always, everyone have a blessed day. It's your boy JB. I'm out.